Remember that too many calls is a far better problem to have, in fact, a good problem, than not having enough calls. The reason why this is kind of important to understand is that sometimes people will try to time every single one of their appointments perfectly so that they don't no-show somebody, so that they don't overbook themselves. But, you know, that's a good way to kind of get stuck, and you end up getting a no-show, or somebody cancels their appointment or reschedules it, and then all of a sudden you got no calls. Now, interesting fact about how April Lane runs her office, what they will do is they will schedule some of their safety advisors to have a 6 o'clock appointment, followed by a 7 o'clock appointment, which with driving time, especially if you have to give them a bid and or install equipment, there's no way that you could actually fulfill both the 6 p.m. and the 7 p.m. So what they simply do is they call the 7 p.m. or have somebody from the office call the 7 p.m. or have me call them for you and just say, hey, either running behind a little bit today and could probably be there about an hour or so, or could we reschedule that for tomorrow or the next day? And maybe I'll even bring you a free stun gun just for kind of, rescheduling our appointment. And so they find ways to book on purpose too many appointments for people to handle. Then they're always running those 10 appointments easily. In fact, don't forget, you can actually run, 9 appointments, 10 appointments in 3 days. You don't have to space this out over 5 or 6 days. You can run, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, or whatever. You book 4 appointments, 3 out of the 4 probably you'll, hold up and you'll actually have an appointment. Don't forget, some of these appointments will go 2 hours. That's the demo, the lesson, plus the bid. And some of these appointments I have personally been involved with many times is they go 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, why? Because you can just kind of tell right off the bat that these people are really not that into it. How long is this going to take? I only got a few minutes. They'll give you whatever kind of excuse that you might want that you'll ever hear. And so I still give those people a 20-minute presentation, and sometimes that 20 minutes they go, you know what, I think I'd like to hear more about this. What are my solutions to these problems? And so you kind of want to have it in your mind, if you're going to do a 20-minute presentation, 20-minute lesson, what are the main important things to kind of hit on? And obviously you want them to see the last 30 seconds of the decades in the making where they're testing smoke alarms. And you want to hit on those 4 key points. Could you have a fire? What starts most fires? Do you have much time? Are your smoke alarms any good? Are they going to work? And then possibly the better idea is the solution. By the way, that new Cover 4 video is shorter than it used to be.